How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve. I'm here with some game I have had downloaded for a while but have not played called Moonlight Walks. I think this is another first-person thing where I talk to people, like kind of like Days, and I never did more on that like I said I would, but I thought that's over. If y'all want more, I sure can do more, but you know, and just in case, I'm gonna screenshot the screenshot the title screen in case I don't find anything else good to screenshot. I have not done anything. It's preferences. What's that? Okay. Start the game. I don't need to know how to play. It was summer before I started college. I had spent the past 2 years studying, taking tests, and applying for admission. Now, for the first time in a while, I had a little downtime, so I decided to take the opportunity to explore America. America? This guy was like Japanese or something. Since I was broke, plans was quickly scaled down to God, I can't read. But since I was broke, my plans were quickly scaled down to spending the summer at my aunt and uncle's house on a small island known as North Sand Island. Never heard of it. North Sand Island is a barrier island in the Atlantic Ocean. It was remote enough that there wasn't even a bridge to it. Just a ferry that ran like a Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, I don't know. Being such a small island, there wasn't all that much to do, but the solitude was nice. And oh, the depths of solitude. and I found ways to pass the time. One thing I did was to take pictures with my digital camera on the night of the full moon. I decided that I wanted to catch the moonrise. So I went to the beach just before the moon came up and set up my camera on a tripod and locked in the appropriate shutter speed and f-stop. Every few seconds as the moon rose, I used the remote that came from our camera to snap another frame showing the moon and its reflection in the water. It only took a few minutes for the moon to rise over the horizon, but I kept it for a while longer. Finally, I was done. I started packing up my camera and my tripod to get ready to head back to my aunt and uncle's house. Oh, who is that? Is that Inuyasha? That's when I saw her. Oh, a girl. In the distance, I could see someone else walking on the beach. I could tell that it was probably a girl or a woman from the long white dress she wore. It could be Inuyasha, but from the distance, it was hard to tell anyone else that got her. Oh, okay. I decided to stay a bit to see who it was. In all times I've gone out stargazing, I've never met anyone just walking down the beach in the middle of the night. At that late hour, most of the people were either at home or in a town with other people. You hardly ever saw people by themselves. The only time I've seen someone else on the beach that night would be that they were watching the stars and satellites go by. But those people stay still and look up at the sky, while this girl was looking down at the ground in front of her, watching where she was going. Oh. I ran through a number of crazy scenarios in my head. Maybe she had some disease that meant she could be out in the sun. Maybe she was looking for a buried treasure. Maybe she was looking for a guy to go out with. I don't know. I haven't heard of crap on this game. I know it took me a few seconds to dismiss these. What was the chance of them actually happening? I waited for a while as she slowly made her way down the beach. I didn't think that this slow walk could be exercised, but I had no idea what else she could be doing out here. Finally, she was close enough that I could get a good look at her using the telephoto lens on my camera. She was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. The only girl you've ever seen. She was around my age, a year or two younger or older at most, and in perfect shape. Her skin was flawless, but a bit pale, and her hair was very light, almost as white as a long dress she was wearing. Together, the combination of the pale skin, the light hair, and the white dress made her seem to glow in the moonlight. Yeah, that's what I was noticing. She just kind of shines out right there. She was a fair ways off, and I was pretty sure that she hadn't seen me yet. I knew what it was I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to take her picture. I knew that I did. Don't take her picture. Oh, I knew that I wanted to take her picture. I knew that I needed to talk to her. Don't take her picture. As the girl was walking this way, the best thing to do was to put my camera away and for her to come closer. I didn't want to scare her away by running towards her or to have to shout over the ocean waves. Oh, hey, it is Inuyasha. Oh no, it's not Inuyasha. After I patiently waited for that, oh look at you. After I patiently waited for what must have been 20 minutes. I stubbed my freaking foot, guys. The fourth freaking time. Because my brother came in and wouldn't shut the door. Oh, I peeled the skin. Ow. God dang it. Oh, you see the wire? God dang it. Yeah, it's not bleeding. Oh, wait, yeah, it is. God dang it. Whatever. The show must go on. After I patiently waited for what must have been 20 minutes, she was finally close enough that I could talk to her in a reasonable voice. Hello? Maybe it wasn't the most eloquent of lines, but it was all I could think of at the time, and it got the job done. She stopped and looked at me as if waiting for me to say something else. It's a nice night. It's warm, but not really all that hot. Sound like freaking the girl I know. She nodded at this, but she didn't say anything. I finally decided to cut to the chase and ask a question in my mind. So what are you doing out here? She was just like, walking. Just walking in the middle of the night? Yes. Are you going anywhere in particular? I walk around the island, following the beaches. The island wasn't that big. I could go around in a few hours, maybe a little more if I stopped for a break. I have no problems keeping up with her. Mind if I walk with you? If that's what you want. I decided that I'd bring a camera with me, but I had certain iPhone bag and I didn't. This took only a few seconds, and we quickly started walking down the beach. Yeah. Got a girl, bro. You got a girl. We walked in silence for a while until we could no longer see where we started. I looked back anyway and saw only our footprints working up the sand of the beach. Walking was great, but I needed to try talking to this girl. I decided to see if I could find out why. God dang it! Right, how the night? So, she stopped and looked at me. Is there a reason why we're walking down the beach at night? It's something we do. I see you do. Do you do this often? It seems like I do this every day. Do you always walk alone, or do some people come with you? Usually I'm walking by myself, but once in a while I meet someone else, and sometimes I decide to walk with them. It's only happened a few times though. Sorry for all these sudden pauses. I didn't know how to take this, and we stood in silence for a second. Finally, she let out a small. Sorry about all the pauses. Holy crap! Finally, she smiled and looked at me, and what are you doing out there? I didn't expect that she was interested in me, and so it took me a second to respond to her question. Seeing my hesitation, she elaborated. I think we both agreed that it's rare to meet someone else out on the beach. This time I'm not. So what were you doing? So what were you doing there? It took me another second to think back. Oh my god, it's easy. I'm into astronomy. Well, was stargazing, and really was talking distant photos, and this is really boring. Why'd I start playing this? She looked at me questioningly, although she knew where the digital camera was. I decided to show her my camera. Show her the moon. She don't care about your camera. I was really into astronomy when I was young. I could look up at the moon and sun and see. Really? Well, I can't do it anymore, but I remember where the one to see is. I point up at the moon and she turns to look at it. Take a look at the right side of the moon. If you look at, you can see what looks like a boy with a head, with a body and two legs. I don't see what you're seeing, boy. I don't see. I can kind of see what he's talking about, but no, you're talking Jack. Do you see it? No, I see it. I don't see Jack. What are you looking at? She seemed excited about this as if she never looked at the moon like this before. Maybe she hadn't. People look at the moon different ways, but some people see a man and other boys rather than one. This is so boring. Well, if you look at his body, this is see a tranquility where Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked. Buzz liked the sound. Well, his real name was Edwin. Edwin? His name was Edwin, but everyone called him Buzz. I don't know why. You don't know why. Alright, whatever. She didn't say anything for a few seconds as she took this in. So there are people walking around on the moon. No! Not anymore. We sent the last people in the 70s, and nobody has been back there since. How about the Russians? So we sent them. Yes, every man on the moon was an American. No, you liar! This guy's a liar! This guy's a thief and liar! The Russians were also on the moon! The Russians were on the moon! I don't think the Nazis were on the moon, because they didn't even start that. No, they weren't. There's movies about it, but they didn't. She smiled at this, and this is she hadn't found and taken great satisfaction. I thought it was odd, unless this is taking place in like 1967 or something. I don't know. But he said 70s, so then again, I thought wasn't the Russians the first ones to get to the moon, or where we were. I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know. I thought it was odd though that she hadn't heard of the moon landings. I had though everyone heard about them like really still. Did you grow up around here? I did. When I was growing up, there weren't all these houses and buildings on the island. Hey, she's smiling now. The only things on the island were farms, and they were huge. Only our families lived here, and between us, we all owned all the lands on the island. My family was one of the four. We owned in the southern end of the island was where we first met. We hadn't cleared all our land. We seemed to clear the island. I can't read. I didn't know what the island population size was. Did you manage to go to the mainland once in a while? Do I need to read this? But most of the time we were homeschooled. Mom would teach reading and Papa would teach us math things. At least before they died. They died. Okay, good for you. Your parents died. You're an orphan. You suck. Just go cry in the corner. No one cares. I'm sorry. That's a little dark. I'm sorry, girl. Your parents died. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I asked her about her. Drop a subject. If I asked her to continue, she would break out in tears. So I decided to let go and start walking down the beach again. Listen to that water. That's so annoying. Okay. So, is there anything you want to do for your life? For a few seconds, she said nothing. I said, why would you ask her that? Once, I thought I knew. When I was younger, it was like my life was planned to radio. Why did I download this game? This is so boring. When's we going to get to the sex? I'm just kidding. I helped out on the farm for a few years, even when we were young. Okay, you're going to be a farmer. You'll get into, what's it called? Bestophobia? I don't know. Eventually, I'd meet a nice boy I didn't know who, at the time, thinking back, it probably would have been one of the Miller boys. They were around my age. We would get married and start a farm of our own. Looks like it. We did a family together, a few girls, and I always wanted a boy because all I had was sisters. Now, however, her smile vanished as she let. Oh, you have sisters? Let's go grab them and we'll have a party. Well, baby. After a little while, she managed to subject back to me. What about you? What do you plan to do in the future? Her question took me a little off guard because I wasn't expecting her to ask me the same thing, and because I'd never really thought much about my future. She smiled a little about my obvious confusion. Well, I'm spending the summer visiting my family. When it's over, I'll be going off to school. Aren't you a little old to be still in school? Well, state school. I'm going to be attending. What's her name? Is this like me as a virtual person? I don't know. I'm going to be attending as a virtual. I'm not doing that. I'm YouTubing for life. We don't know exactly what to do after that. I don't even know what classes I'll be taking or exactly what my major will be. I figured out and said, well, how long is this going to? I don't care what you're going to do. I don't care. Most people are just sort of bringing it out. No. What do you want? Go in there. Okay, go in there. I think she let a quiet laugh. Aw, she's smiling now. Are we getting somewhere? Is there something wrong with that? No, nothing at all. In fact, I think I envy you. Good. We're getting somewhere. Well, you can do anything you want with your life. You can go anywhere you want. Some people would think that having too many choices is some sort of curse or burden. But I think it's this freedom on it's a good thing. I think it's nice to live a life where your future is open, where you can do anything you want. I'm supposed to stop putting his thoughts in this read. What do you do for fun? Ooh, she likes you now. She likes you. Lots of things. I like drawing, listening to music, and watching cartoons and football. This power failure is really perfect. You go to game off football. I had to do that. I'm sorry. You can't see my hands. But football? You don't know what a football is. It's the best sport in man freaking kind. The big D, not big D, football. The big FB football. You know, I don't know what I'm saying now. Hey, it's 7:11 p.m. I didn't even notice that. She repeated the term slowly as if she knew both words, but had never heard them together in that way before. Yeah, football. You know the sport. You've heard of it, right? She shook her head to indicate that she hadn't. Okay, how can I begin to describe it? I got it. Football! That's all you need to know. We're gonna go watch the game. There are two teams on the field at once. I don't know how we know this. The quarterback is a nickelback. We can either throw the ball to the other player and the other guy. I'm not gonna read this guy just talking about, oh, she's nice enough. Hey, I think I see the blushing on her face. It was around this part of my explanation that she broke out giggling. That I looked back on it and my explanation was sort of absurd. I wish I should have read it now. And so he passed not talking about things. Mostly I talked and listened. Sometimes she would. I kind of want to finish this in this video. What do you want? Mostly I talked. She listened to guys' questions. I would answer them as best I could. One time that she wouldn't be good enough to break out and laughing as I tumbled to the explanation. We spent the rest of the night like this, talking as we made up. And then it was morning. Yeah, it's morning now. Oh, by dawn, we had made it almost to the way around the island to a cliff not far from where we first met. Yeah. The girl started to climb down the beach below, but I stopped her. Though I thought we could stay and watch the sun come up. To my surprise, her reaction up to my explanation was more of a shock. It's sunrise already. I have to be going. Oh no, she's leaving us, man. This came as a surprise to me. We had to be getting along, and now she was about to run off.
Here, I gotta take this.
She must have seen the disappointment on my face as she changed her tone as she elaborated. Who is that? Oh. Hold a minute, guys. Sorry about the constant pauses, but I have to. It's not you. It's just that I can. I understand. I said not really understanding anything. As she started walking away, I searched my mind to see if there was anything I could say to keep her there just a little longer. Suddenly, I realized that there was something I had forgotten to ask her. What's your name? What's your name? I must know your name, woman. I realized that throughout the entire night, I had never asked her what her name was. The bad habit of mine was that I have a whole conversation without even knowing someone's name. What, Trace? Okay. So I asked her, almost shouting a question to her. She stopped walking, turning back to me, and smiled. It's Mary. Mary Harper. Mary Harper? I didn't say like Mary Poppins. No. Mary Harper. At the moment, the sun cleared the horizon, its brilliance blinded me, and I reflexively, is that even a word? Closed my eyes. I've seen the sunrise many times before, and I sense it was another that time. When I looped my eyes open again, the girl was gone. Oh, he was a ghost. She was a ghost. I didn't know why she went, how she had left so quickly, or where she had gotten off to. Maybe it's because she's a vampire. Jesus Christ, guys, she's a vampire. The one thing I didn't know was that I wanted to meet her again. I was like a pile of ashes sitting in front of you. Having found her name, I proceeded to look her up on the web. To call it the web. Of course, the name Mary Harper gave me thousands of hits. But have I narrowed it down to the local area? I got nothing at all. According to the online phone book, no one named Harper lives on the island. Oh, Lord. After getting some sleep, I went to the library to try to find out more about her. Oh, Lord, is this game longer than I had anticipated? Knowing she said that she was from around here, I took out a book on the history of North Island. The only thing that I found looking up Harper in the book was the story of Harper family that lived in the island of the 1780s. She was a ghost. I knew it, guys. Trust me, I'm a ghost. They were wiped out by an epidemic that killed almost everyone on the island in 1790. Only a few boys escaped to tell the tale.
Hey, don't who are they gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
No. They call it cops. That's just stupid.
It left the island empty and it wasn't... dang it. Sorry about that, but I hope this kid realized he was like talking to a ghost the whole time. It left the island empty. And it wasn't until after the Civil War that people settled here again. What are you doing? I looked through the book and through the records of people living on the island after it was resettled. Despite hours of researching, I couldn't find anyone named Harper. God dang it! The night I went out to the beach where I first saw her, hoping to meet her again. I spent the entire night there, but she didn't show up. I tried again the next night and the next night after, every night for 2 weeks. But after that, the first night, I never saw her again. And I never forgot her either. Ending 2. History. Ending 2.
That was it?
There's more to it? I don't want to play again. I don't want. This is supposed to be a one-time thing. I always only want to play this once. I figured, I ain't playing this again. Screw it. Screw it. She was a ghost. There was only like 3 questions to the whole thing, so like, it was only possible to like get like 10 different numbers. Thank you for playing. And you're welcome for playing your stupid game. Sorry, that wasn't really stupid at all. I mean, it was pretty good, but overall, I got bored really easily. Well, there was Moonlight Walks, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I sure didn't. Because I'm more of an act person. I wanted him to get it on with this ghost girl. But if you guys want to play this again, tell me in the comments below. Like you will or not, because I have 96 inactive subscribers. But not all inactive. I know you're not all inactive. There's no way you're not all inactive. But I got a lot of inactive ones. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.